Hi, welcome to my cooking channel, Dede in the Kitchen. This is Dede from DedeCallTheSauce.com. The website is still getting worked on, so once it's ready to go, I'll let you guys know. Today we're going to be making some delicious jollof rice. I got these prawns, the giant prawns from the Filipino market, and that's what I'm going to be using to cook this delicious jollof rice. I actually made it on Easter Sunday, so yeah, it was really good. Before we begin the video here, don't forget to please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell for the upcoming videos that I will be uploading. It really helps grow my channel for you to subscribe to it, so I thank you in advance. Here are the ingredients that we're gonna be using. I have basil, coconut oil, got these really delicious mushrooms from the Filipino market, the oyster mushrooms. That's what I'm gonna be using to cook this jollof rice along with the prawns. I have some bonnet peppers, scotch bonnet peppers. We got some frozen veggies, some puree, tomato purees, and the prawns. I actually have been marinating the prawns in my concoction. And I have some red onions. When I cut off red onions, I tend to put them in a tight container because onions are detoxifiers. So you want to close them on a tight container so they don't infuse any kind of germs into their body before you eat them. And I have been marinating the shrimp here in my concoction. That's the ginger, garlic, all kinds of concoctions with some basil. So I have minced some basil, use half of that to put into the marinade here that the prawns are sitting in. I will be, loading more a video about the marinade that I make for all of my poultry, fish, and meat, and I will upload it into the channel here. So here's everything. We have some minced garlic, some minced basil. So we're gonna get ready to cook here. The pan has been heating on the stove, so I'm gonna start by melting the coconut oil. I use the unrefined coconut oil because I love the smell of it, and I use the organic kind. You always want to go organic with coconut oil, nothing weird. So here is the coconut oil melting in the pan. The pan has kind of been on the stove heating up. I think I've already said that. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. And then so after the coconut oil is heated up, we're gonna add the shrimp with the cut. Like I basically split the shrimp in half from the belly side, and I took out the vein and the stuff from the head, the bad stuff from the head. I don't know what that is. So it's done cooking, and I'm going to set it aside. And to the pan here, I am adding the tomato puree, and I'm just going to scrape the bottom of that pan to get all of that flavor from the prawns in there. This was kind of jumpy, going everywhere, so I had to cover it with the pen cover. And then I'm adding the mushrooms at the beginning because these mushrooms are a little tough. They can last a while, so they need to be in at the beginning of the sauce and not at the end. And then I'm adding the garlic, the rest of the basil, the scotch bonnet peppers, the green onions. I'm just adding everything, including the red onions, and I'm just going to stir that up. Make sure that all of the ingredients are coated well in the tomato sauce. Once that's really covered up in the tomato sauce, I'm going to start flavoring with my chicken bouillon. So I'm stirring as much as I can here, getting everything from the bottom, make sure everything is coated. Then I'm adding my chicken bouillon to this right now. And then I'm going to add some water to it. For every cup of jollof that you cook, you want to use about a cup and a half of water. Not too much water, but not too little either. You want to make sure you don't put too much water on there though. And then we're going to allow this mixture to boil. We're going to allow it to come to a boil. And once it simmers up pretty good, then we're ready to add the rice to the mixture. I always check for taste before I add my rice. I'll make sure that I have enough chicken bouillon and salt in there. I didn't wash the rice because I was in a hurry to eat. You can wash your rice, you can rinse it. I normally rinse my rice, but for this video I didn't rinse the rice. So don't judge me, guys, please. I was just really starving and trying to cook a fancy meal at the same time. So I had to, I don't know. I was just trying to cut my cooking time down. It's not a crime not to wash your rice, but you can definitely rinse it at home. I recommend it. I always rinse mine. This was just once in a while thing when I'm really in a hurry that I do that. Okay, so I am stirring the rice. As you can see, the heat was kind of high here, and you have to turn the heat to medium. You don't want the heat to be this high on jollof. So I turned the heat to medium, and then I allowed this, and I covered it up. I allowed it to cook on a medium heat for about 10 minutes. So after the 10 minutes is up, I went ahead and checked on the rice. You can see that the water is still there. There's still some water here. Depending on how hot your stove is, you may not want to wait till 10 minutes. You may want to check it a little earlier, maybe between 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm just gonna check the bottom here. I'm gonna uplift it just to see how the bottom is. And the bottom was getting crusty, which is what you want while you're cooking jollof rice. You want a crusty bottom. It's almost like paella, the signature Spanish rice. You do want a crusty bottom. At least with Togolese jollof rice, we do want a crusty bottom. So after I checked that the water was gone, I added a little bit of salt water and covered it up and waited for about maybe another 10 minutes. And then I'm checking the rice right now and it's looking like it's almost done. I'm just throwing some numbers there. It's probably not 10 minutes. I don't measure time, so don't quote me on that. I'm adding some frozen veggies. I'm adding the frozen veggies, the bell peppers, uh, basically at this point all of the finishers, and the green onions, the red onions, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the green scotch bonnet peppers on here, and just go ahead and coat everything into the jollof rice. One thing that I didn't show here is the coconut oil at the end. Usually with jollof rice, when you're finishing it up, people finish it with butter. So instead of butter here, I added coconut oil to it, and that's how I finished it up. So that when it finished cooking, it's not too dry. You just you just want a buttery taste with your jollof rice. You don't want it to be too dry. So after really making sure all of the vegetables are coated, I'm I'm going to cover up the rice again. I'm going to cover it up, and I'm going to allow so that the vegetables can really steam and cook through. You don't need to do that for too long. So I'm adding the shrimp just to add some heat to them because they've been sitting out for a while now. So I'm just adding them up to the top of the rice here. And you want to cover it up for maybe 2 minutes, not too long. And there's the juice from the shrimp that I'm just adding to the top of the rice. So not too long. You don't want to cover for too long. 2 to 3 minutes is enough. I don't like it when the vegetables are overly cooked in my jollof rice, which is why I wait till the end to add them. All right, so it is time to serve. I have attempted to plate my food here, even though I was starving. This was on Easter Sunday. I don't know if I already said that. If I did, please excuse me. I feel like last video I made, I was kind of repeating myself a little bit. So if I already said something, I'm repeating myself again. Please forgive me. So I am serving. You can see the mushrooms there. Do you guys see the mushrooms there? Yeah. The mushrooms, the prawns, they added, and the coconut oil added such a different taste to the jollof rice. They just set it to a different level. Coconut oil will take your rice to a different level. Drum rolls. Like, let the church say amen. I'm going to repeat it. Coconut oil will take your rice it'll take it to higher heights. Hallelujah. I'm not playing with you. Like, try unrefined organic coconut oil with rice. Just try it. It is such a phenomenal combination. I don't know why. They're meant for each other. So when you're hungry and you're trying to plate, it just doesn't look pretty, which is why you see all of those things, all of the rice on the sides, because I was hungry and I was still trying to make my plate pretty before I eat it because I'm extra. I am extra with everything. I have to be extra. So here I am plating my rice. Now, this sauce that I'm making, this sauce is going to become available on my website as well because I feel like everybody should taste it. This jollof rice sauce is on a different level. Like it has its own planet. It literally does. So I am plating my rice here. This was kind of like almost like a lazy kind of plating because I was so hungry. Look at that. So I added like a stem of basil to the top of it. And just a reminder again that it really helps me when you guys subscribe to this channel. We want to grow this channel to at least 1,000 subscribers this year. So please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you. I thank you and I bless you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to really like this video because that also helps with the algorithms. I served this with the pink drink because it was Easter Sunday. So I had some pink lemonade splashed with mango fruit punch, and I just garnished it with a stem of fresh mint. This was such a treat. Treat yourself to this delicious meal and let me know in the comments how you like it. Thank you for watching. Be kind to each other. See you next time.